Hello everyone. In this video we'll be going through some of the basic combinations of resistors and cells, and we'll throw light upon the formulas governing those relations. So first of all we'll do series and parallel combinations of resistors. This is a very simple topic in respect of the whole chapter of DC circuits, and this topic has been explained very nicely along with all the proofs in your NCERT. So here in this video we'll only be going through some of the important points which we'll need in problem solving. So in series combinations, if we have two resistors, this is point A, this is point B, then we know that the net resistance across AB is R1 plus R2. The series combination has specifically two important properties which we'll be using again and again. The first one is that IAB equal to IR1 equal to IR2. It means that the current which is flowing across the branch AB is same as the current flowing through R1 and same as the current flowing through R2. The second property is that the net voltage applied across AB is equal to the sum of the voltages across R1 and the other voltage across R2. So these two are the critical points which we need to take away from the series combination, apart from obviously the formula which defines the net resistance of the circuit. Similarly, for the parallel combination, we see that okay, this is A, this is B, this is R1, this is R2. Then the net resistance across AB is given by this formula. And similarly, as we saw in the series combination, there are two important points which govern the parallel combination of resistors. The first one is that the VAB is equal to VR1 is equal to VR2. So the voltage which we are applying across the terminals AB is same as the voltage we will find across R1 and R2. The second thing is that the current which is flowing in the branch A and B IAB is actually sum of the current flowing through IR1 and the sum of the other current flowing through resistance R2. So you can see that the properties of the series and parallel combination are quite opposite to each other. Like in the series combination, the current remains same across all the resistances, while in parallel the current branches out so that the net current is equal to the sum of current in individual branches. So let's say if I am adding a third branch here, which is R3, then IAB will branch out in all three. So I can write it and so on. So if I'm just keep on adding branches, then I can just keep on adding these, and this will remain same. Still this will remain same in that case. And this is the case which is similar to the series combination as well. So let's say if I am just adding a R3, then the IAB will still remain same, and because in the branch which is continuous, the current is also continuous and the same current keeps on going through that, and this will be, so like if I have B here now, then the formula will become this, and we can add R3 here and I can add R3 here. So like I can have n numbers of resistances either in series and parallel combination, and still all these formulas will govern all those resistances. The second part which I want to go through is EMF. So EMF, also known as electromotive force, and it is given by an EMF cell. So EMF cell is nothing but a battery which is responsible for providing a constant EMF or constant voltage difference to your circuit. So if I have this cell, and it has terminals AB, then the VAB is E. E is nothing but the EMF or the potential difference, and sometimes the E can also be given as V naught or V, so the terminology can be different, but overall the main concept remains the same, that the cell is composed of many chemical reactions which ensure that the two terminals of the cell maintain a constant potential difference between them. But this is a very ideal description of an EMF cell. In practical applications, what happens is that the cell, due to the chemical reactions, also generates some internal resistance. Due to this, the net circuit of the cell, so like if A and B, and this is my cell inside it, and this cell can be taken from here and can be applied to any of the circuits. So this is a symbol of a cell in generally which has a positive sign and negative sign. It means that this end is at a higher potential and this end is at a lower potential. So in this case it's like this. In this case I have to add a small internal resistance which is generated into the cell, inside the cell, due to the chemical reactions which are going on. And now the net VAB is defined as E minus IR. And whenever in our question we are given that our internal resistance of a cell exists, then we have to carefully take into account, and instead of just putting the symbol into the circuit, we also have to input a small resistance R, which will be sitting just beside the EMF cell or EMF symbol of the cell. And similarly with any other resistance which we are dealing with, either series or parallel combination, this resistance can be added in like in any combination. So for example, if I have a circuit in which this is there, so this is my E, this is my small r, and this is R. So I know that current will be going this way because current originates from a higher potential and then goes to a lower potential. Then I can write through Ohm's law that same current will be flowing throughout the circuit. So through the Ohm's law I can say that the current is equal to the net potential difference across the R equivalent, which I can say that because small r and capital R are in a series, so the R equivalent can be written as R plus R. So this is. And now let's say if I am focusing only on this portion, which is A and B, and I want to write VAB, so I can see that it's a E, and because I, so there is a potential drop because this is high, this is low, but then it's a gain. So I can write this as where I equal to this. So this is how we deal with a cell or EMF cell. There can be certain cases in which we are given that there are multiple cells into a circuit. So let's say if I have a cell here and a cell in there, this is E1 plus E2, E1 and E2, then it can be written as the sum E1 plus E2. Similarly, I can just flip this cell. So instead of this, I can have this. So I just need to flip the sign here as well. But E2 can be bigger than E1 as well. Then it won't be this, but it will be this. So similarly, I think in your NCERT there are certain formulas given for the different combinations of EMF and EMF cell, and those are really useful, similar to these series and parallel combinations of resistors, and I would suggest that you go through those. Thank you.